That's what you call standing on business right there. Oh, makes contact. Devastating shot. This dude is about to leave his feet. He is stunned. He is petrified. He ragdolled him. Flapjack, pancake, it's a wrap. This dude wears a neck roll, guys. So this guy is about business on the field. When was the last time you seen a guy wear a neck roll? Midwest corn-fed type of offensive lineman that just is about his business. Oh my gosh. This dude, he looks like he got hit by a train. Getting crushed by a building is exactly what we're talking about right here. That is a pancake action, the best I've seen so far out of all these prospects. This guy is a ragdoller, a manhandler, a bully. More manhandling, more flapjack action, more short stacking. Let's check those. Boom. That man has left his feet. I don't know if you can see it because he's in white and they're in the snow. Dude's feet is in the air. He looks like, Uncle Phil throwing Jazzy Jeff out of the building right now.
Speaking Sumerian, the oldest language in human history. I can't explain
Yo,
it.
it's your boy, Big Mike Raider. And we're here for day 19 of the 30 days, 30 prospects, where today we're covering Carson Schwesinger out of UCLA. Man, this dude is an amazing linebacker. He started from walk-on at one of the legendary high schools in Southern California, Oaks Christian, to becoming one of the top linebackers in this class. This guy went from walk-on to All-American. It's amazing to hear his story, but we're going to get more into it. We're going to talk about pros and cons. We're going to talk about his ability to be a linebacker. This guy, his stock is rising. Not just that, his ability to play the linebacker position is rising. I think he's a special player, and we got to talk about it. Pros and cons. We're going to talk about where can we get him in the draft. I was initially thinking maybe third round when I put my list together. His stock is rising to the second round, and I can even justify picking him up in the second round. But before we get into anything else, man, I need for you guys to do a few things, like the thumb, hit the sub, and most importantly, share it with your folks. Big Mike Raider. Let's make this thing grow, man. I'm about 100 away from 3K. So let's get to 3K, guys. Share it with your folks, and let's make this thing happen. But let's get to day 19 of the 30 days, 30 prospects. Carson Schwesinger out of UCLA. Let's talk about the strengths, rare instincts for maneuvering inside and avoiding blocks. Yeah, this guy is he just has a natural nose for the ball. He's a true box linebacker, a Mike linebacker with the ability to play on the outside, depending on what kind of scheme we're talking about. He can do pretty much everything on the field, right? As far as that linebacker position, even getting after the quarterback. Body control and agility in short spaces is first class. Yeah, he has a special ability to kind of slither through blocks, find small gaps and small holes to get past and get after the quarterback and get into the backfield and tackle running backs in the backfield. This guy has a special knack for it. Plays fast and sees run lane development like a running back. Yeah, you would think that he played running back at some point. Maybe in high school he did, but he gets into the mindset. It looks like he gets into the mindset of a running back and can get there and kind of know what they're doing. He has a brain for offense. He has a knack for offense. He has that instinct that you want for a linebacker, right? Deciphers play action and mesh point shenanigans quickly. Yeah, so that's most important in today's game, where teams are utilizing more of the RPO situation and using that to set up the play actions, short slant routes and things like that. You want a savvy linebacker that can sniff that out and be in good coverage and make an excellent play when they need to be. And he's that guy. He can do that. Able to drop his weight and explode laterally as a tackler. Yeah, this very flexible, good feet. He has it all when it comes to like what you're looking for in a linebacker. This guy can do it all. Has hips, feet, and eyes to cover ground in zone. Yeah, absolutely. We just talked about that, right? Special team star who is resolute on kick covers. So, if all else fails and he doesn't become a starter right off the jump, you can throw him in a special team situation, blocking punts, which he's done before, blocking and punt and kickoff situations, and he would really make a big impact in that situation at the very least until he develops fully to become a starter. So that is some of the strengths from Schwesinger. Let's talk about the weaknesses, right? He's not a perfect prospect, so we got to talk about the weaknesses. Lead blockers tend to neutralize him in the hole. So, he's 6'2". He started at 225 pounds. It's kind of small for a middle linebacker, but guess what, guys? This dude has beefed up to 242 pounds. He was weighed in at the combine. He played at UCLA at 225. And hey, the biggest gripe about him is that he was too small. Now he's at 242 pounds, and you got nothing to say about it now. So there you go. Has issues getting rid of big bodies attacking him, and it might be due to his smaller frame. He put on some muscle. He put on some size. That's going to help him out, shedding those big blockers, those big bodies trying to shadow him and attacking him, I think. And he'll overcome that. He's quick, but chase speed appears to be average. He runs a 4.7 40. Laterally, he's not the super quick type of linebackers that you think of when it comes to like elite speed and things like that. But he gets the job done. He's always in the right place at the right time, right? Lacks the size and force for ideal stopping power as a hitter. He's 242 pounds now. We'll see how that goes in the league. But like I said, his stock is rising. He was a third-round guy in my book. He's moving up to the second, right? Could have issues carrying backs out of the backfield. At 242 pounds, I think he's going to be all right. At 225, I'd be a little bit concerned. But what this tells me is that he sees that he's going to have to beef up to play this middle backer position. And he did it. And that's a big plus right there. There is nothing like a dude who has dug it out the mud to go from a guy who walked on at a D1 program, went to the school to be a biomechanics engineer, brains, work ethic. This guy started from having to earn a spot, naturally having to grind and earn a spot, and then becoming that starter, and then totaling about 136 tackles and becoming an All-American his final year before coming out in the NFL draft. So this guy, he shows what it takes. He shows that he will do what it takes to get to this point. But you guys let me know how you feel about Carson Schwesinger from UCLA. So you guys let me know, and let me hear it in the comments, man. But let's talk about draft placement. Like I said, Schwesinger was originally, to me, a third-round prospect when I checked. When I made my list. Some of these experts. Shout out to NFLDraftBuzz.com. His player comparison, oddly enough, one of them is Tommy Eichenberg. So that's pretty interesting to say. I think he's more athletic than Tommy Eichenberg, to be honest with you. He has more of a bend and wiggleness to him rather than a Tommy Eichenberg, who is like that real traditional middle linebacker. And I think Schwesinger can be that guy as well, but he has a little bit more bend. He has a little bit more, it seems a little bit more flexibility and wiggle to him rather than an Eichenberg. But let's talk about some of the draft placement where people have him at, right? Shout out to NFLDraftBuzz.com with the list that we like to talk about here. NFL.com has him going number 31. So they have him as a first round talent going to the Kansas City Chiefs. We don't like 31 this year, guys. We don't want to hear any of our favorite prospects going 31. Let's just be honest right here, right? Yahoo Sports has him going 44. So that's in the second round, mid-second round, like around the 12th, 13th pick in the second round. Draft Tech has him going 46. So you're talking about the mid-second round here. USA Today has him going 51, later part of the second round. PFF 53, later part of the second round as well. MDDB has him going 54 overall. Sport News 57. ESPN has him going 58, and then CBS has him going 64, which is kind of like in that later second round. You're looking to the early third round in that situation, and Draft Buzz rounds it out, has him going number 70. Draft Buzz says 70. I think that he's probably going to be a second round pick. Now, at 37, can you justify picking him up at 37? Well, the Raiders did a top 30 visit with him already. They visited with him. They like him. It's pretty obvious that they like this dude. Second round pick, I can justify it if he fits in perfectly with us, and which I think he does linebacker wise. We're in need of a young linebacker, somebody that you know that can come in and develop very well and mesh very well with the likes of Max Crosby, the likes of Christian Wilkins, the likes of the rest of this defensive unit, and come out and bring that work ethic, that lunch pill mentality that the rest of this team, likes to bring, the rest of this defense likes to bring, and that Patrick Graham endorses, right? So I think he's a good fit in that situation. In the second round, I'm cool with. More than likely, 37 would be a reach. I would like to kind of see if we can engineer a trade to get back into the second round, maybe into the mid to late. As you can see about a lot of these experts, is that he's going to be a mid to late second round pick. Now, I would love to jump back into the second round to pick this guy up. Ideally, of course, you watch the board, you see where the linebackers are going, you start making phone calls and things like that, see where people are thinking and where they're going, and you make moves accordingly, right? But in an ideal situation, I would like to move back into the second round after our initial second round pick, or just take that second round pick, move back if you really want to get a Schwesinger and gain some additional draft capital, something like that. Either one of those two things to me. But what do you guys think about it? Schwesinger in the mid-second round type of situation. If we're lucky, the third round, I doubt he's going to be there in the third round, guys. But you guys let me know how you feel about it. But, guys, that is Schwesinger in a nutshell. Let's get into this film breakdown. One of the most underappreciated defensive leaders in this year's draft class, Carson Schwesinger out of UCLA, has built a reputation as a high IQ, instinctive linebacker with plug-and-play potential, measuring in at 6'2", 242 pounds. Schwesinger served as the heartbeat of the Bruins defense in 2024, tallying 136 total tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, and 2 interceptions, earning first-team All-American honors. His blend of football intelligence, range, and toughness has positioned him as a valuable second or third round target in the 2025 NFL draft. Schwesinger's tape pops with his processing speed. He diagnoses run plays quickly and takes smart angles to the ball, rarely getting caught out of position. In coverage, he's fluid enough to carry tight ends and savvy enough to jump passing lanes in zone. His leadership and communication were often noted as foundational to UCLA's defensive success, making him a true on-field general. For the Las Vegas Raiders, Schwesinger would be a smart addition on day 2, providing a much-needed cerebral presence in the middle of this defense. The Raiders have lacked consistency and coverage ability at linebacker, and Schwesinger's instincts and positional discipline would immediately elevate the second level. His ability to quarterback the defense would be a major asset, especially in a division with elite quarterbacks who exploit mental errors. Plug him in next to a Landon Roberts or let him run the middle on passing downs. Schwesinger will deliver steady, dependable play with room to grow with a starting caliber Mike. That is Schwesinger in a nutshell. Let me know what you think, man. Like I said, I had him as a third round guy. His stock is rising. People are starting to notice him. People are starting to see his work ethic. People are starting to see his ability to get after quarterback, cover. He's doing it all. He's rising up to the second round. I wouldn't mind taking that second round pick and moving back if this is the guy you love. But you guys let me know how you feel about it. But guys, that is day 19 of the 30 days, 30 prospects. Hey, and before we get out of here, you guys already know what to do. Like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Big Mike Raider.
That's what you call standing on business right there. Oh, makes contact, devastating shot. This dude is about to leave his feet. He is stunned. He is petrified. Ragdolled him. Flapjack, pancake, it's a wrap. This dude wears a neck roll, guys. So this guy is about business on the field. When was the last time you seen a guy wear a neck roll? Midwest corn-fed type of offensive lineman that just is about his business. Oh my gosh. This dude, he look like he got hit by a train. Getting crushed by a building is exactly what we're talking about right here. That is a pancake action, the best I've seen so far out of all these prospects. This guy is a ragdoller, a manhandler, a bully. More manhandling, more flapjack action, more short stacking. Let's check over. Boom! That man has left his feet. I don't know if you can see it because he's in white and they're in the snow. Dude's feet is in the air. He looks like, Uncle Phil throwing Jazzy Jeff out of the building right now.
Speaking Sumerian, the oldest language in human history.